Hey, Shalom, first and foremost, all praises, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the elder apostles, that great millstone that taught us this truth. Salutation, all Yakim pushing this word day in and day out. Doing this quick lesson, man, on a vision I had last night. And, last night was that wicked ass folly day, Halloween. I believe they call it Samhain or some shit like that also as well. I could be wrong. But, a whole bunch of folly and sacrifices and evil was going on last night. So, you know, really all day yesterday, I just laid low for real. I didn't feel like being around people. So I just laid low and, went to sleep normal time around midnight when this shit kicked in, right? And, as we all know, November 1st, no more, or at least partial to none benefits for a lot of people, right? If they even got the partial, I'm not sure, because I saw something where a Supreme Court judge ruled that Trump got to at least give partial or tap in emergency funds or something. So I don't know how that's panning out, but we could say they're getting little to none right now, right? So I had a vision last night, man. Like I'm like in a downtown area, metropolis, however you say that. I'm in a metro area, right? And it was blocks full of women like this, man. They're all on the ground laying. Some of them was like in actual sackcloth and shit, you know. They just rolling around crying together. Just nothing but women. No men in sight. Not a man in sight, man. Just nothing but women rolling around crying, mourning, weeping. They all weeping together. You know what I'm saying? Mainly so-called black women like you see in this picture, bad, all right. I can do bad by myself, Eve's, all right. And that's a spirit they were, because of course this image is AI generated, right? So I said black woman, but they threw so-called mixed woman or a Latina woman, man, or the far right as well with them, man, showing you that these demons, because that's all this AI is, right? Is a demon. They know who the tribes are. Okay. She could pass for, any of the northern tribes, from Gad all the way down to Issachar. Or, like I said, she could be like a red bone so-called mixed woman, black dad, Edomite mom, and so forth, right? So, hey man, hey, something big about that go down, man. Even bigger than this, all right? Because for me to have that vision, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't been, I ain't fasted like I was supposed to this week from what I could recall, man. And for the Lord to give me that vision, hey, something big about to happen, man. So I got to step my fast game up real soon, man. I don't want Ratazah. So, brother's been going through hell, so, you eat more. But I'm going to get a few precepts, man, before I get the hell up out of here, man. This ain't gonna be long. This is Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Yeah, because, these women, man, they had a comfortable ride. Even whether they on government assistance or not, they had a smooth ride here in Babylon. The only hell, these women really catch is, with with a boyfriend or a relative, things of that nature, some light shit, man, That's the only hell they really catch. Because Esau's always there to pick up the pieces when these women fall on hard times, man. But, now that rug is being pulled under their skirt, man. All right. Esau's pulling that rug on them, man. The job has been done, Esau don't need you no more. I mean, look at the children of the day, man. They far gone, man. Like they don't, majority of, Gen Z children, man, they don't believe in God, man. You don't hear them talking about God like that, man. Rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. many days and years, which Apostle Gabar broke that down. That just means days above a year. Just like even in um Esau's penitentiary system, you know, you get charged with a felony, what you got to do a day in a year. You know what I'm saying? Shall you be troubled, ye careless woman? Yeah, because these women been careless, reckless. They'll go to the club. Now you hear about this story. You know, like it don't even make news no more for real. But you hear about this story. Oh yeah, a woman leaves a baby in a car. She might turn her windows all the way out, leave her kids in the car, have limo tint, 5% tint, 20% tint, leave her kids in the car or her boyfriend car or whatever. And, lock the doors. Especially a baby that's like 8 months old, right? Or 4 or 5 months, baby sleeping in that joint crying. She leave her kids in the car and she in the club or in a bar turning up somewhere. This happens in every city, man. But like I said, it rarely makes the news because it's not really big time news no more. This has been going on since say like the 70s or 80s, right? As soon as Esau liberated these women, all right. So they've been living carelessly, recklessly. You know, these women are reckless. Many days and years shall you be troubled, ye careless woman. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Yeah, the Simp Brigade, the government assistance, the help that you woman, because a woman do need help, but help from who? Help from a man, and they begin help from the so-called white man, because they turn their backs on us, right? They chose us Esau's system over us for the most part, but you got certain sisters out there doing the right thing. I'm not talking about y'all, but I'm talking about these Jezebels, man. These Kisas, these harlots. And it says, tremble ye women are at ease. Yeah, these women been at ease for a while. And, Trump, he's he's doing away with all that DEI and all these women programs and shit. These minority programs, these, alphabet letter programs and shit. All right. Right now you have a great I mean, really it's a great reset going on when you hear all these major corporations laying off thousands upon thousands of workers each day. you know that's sign of a reset. Everything's going from human resource base to AI resource base, and you women, you hold the majority of the jobs because there's more women than men, especially these white collar jobs or these jobs you sit in front of a computer. You hold most of the jobs, but now the Lord is stripping that away. Be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins, man. All right. So hey, you being stripped and made bare, man. All right. No, there's no more, amusement in Babylon, because that's how you women been living in America. Like, this is some big old amusement park. All that shit is out the window, man, for you wicked ass Eves, man. And these look like the typical Eves, especially the one on the ground that be on that assistance, man. A loud mouth, stubborn, you know, GMO, soft, saggy body Eves, man. All right. You got generations of Eves that's been in this program, man. Their grandmama was on it back in the 70s when it started, 70s, 80s. Their grandmama was on it. Their mama was on it in the 90s, 2000s. Then now they on it in the 2010s, 2020s, man. You got 3 generations of Eves that's been on this shit, man. They know how to work it through and through. So now that's out the way. They may come after Section 8 next, man. I'm not sure how that works. If the states get federal funding to fund that, that'll be a whole nother lesson. And it says, "Be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins." So hey, you gonna be wearing aprons and shit out here, man. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be like down bottom, man. You gonna say I'm ready to be a wife, but guess what? Majority of the men they just gonna walk right by you, man. Cause they gonna remember, all the shit you said and put them through. Oh, nigga, you broke. Oh, nigga, you this. You live with your mama. They gonna remember all that shit, man. And they gonna want to lob your head off, cause these niggas about to lose everything too. It's not just you Eves. These niggas gonna lose everything too. So some of them, the last thing they're gonna be looking for is a wife. Of course, you're gonna have some that's gonna take y'all in, but then you're gonna have a lot of them that's gonna want to rip your head off, man. They're gonna blame you for this shit. Especially if there's a false flag behind this week. Or niggas just start acting crazy. All the blame's gonna go to the black, which makes sense because scripture says through her we all died, so we all that taste death through Eve. So now it makes sense that this martial law shit hitting the fan of economic collapse. Eve's responsible. All right, so it says they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine, man. Yeah, you gonna lament for your little wine fest, your little happy hours, your little all you can eat, endless this, endless that. Them days are long gone. All right, them red lobsters, endless biscuits, the endless appetizers at TGI Fridays. That's some like 2017 shit, man. You know, them days long gone. All right, upon the land of my people, which were a people before a place, shall come up thorns and briars, yea, upon all the houses of joy in the joy city. So in America and you niggas, man, because you niggas are people before a place, 2/3 niggas, man. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, 2/3 of y'all. About to get it bad here. So I'm gonna end it there till next time. So